right, a voluntary kin family is defined in the book as people who lack a blood relation connection to one another, but nevertheless consider each other families. This can be, people who, friends who find each other in college who don't have a stable home life. This idea of friendsgivings that has become a thing very recently is, it's people sort of forming their own voluntary kin families if they don't have that connection or stability with their own blood relatives. A great example of this in media is in the FX show Pose, which goes into the underground ballroom scene, the LGBTQ plus scene in New York City in the 1980s. And one aspect of this ballroom scene is the idea of houses, which are essentially not voluntary kin families. It's these LGBTQ individuals who find each other because they are not accepted within their own families. Because back in the 80s, it was a lot more common for someone to come out as gay, as queer, as whatever, and be completely cut out of their family and sent off to fend for themselves. And we see this depicted in the show. An 18-year-old kid or a 17-year-old kid is outed to his homophobic dad, who then kicks him out on the street, and he has to go, and he's living in New York City with nothing. And a transgender woman finds him on the street dancing for tips, and she is symbolically adopts him as her son. She helps him get into a dance school. She defends him exactly how any blood relative mother would. And it's really beautiful to see that as an example of how special and how strong the bond between voluntary kin families can be.